Hey, Dr. Safarian and team, this is Dave Fatula, and I wanted to make this tutorial video showing how we can build some pretty serious, powerful links back to this website, how we can rank it higher in Google by giving the search engines exactly what they want without spamming it, and how we could make Dr. Safarian some more money. So here's what I got. The first factor in the Google algorithm is there's two main factors: on-page optimization and off-page optimization. On-page optimization is basically your website and how well it is optimized according to what Google wants. So there's a bunch of technical factors. There's like the meta description, meta tag, meta title. This is good here. Is the keyword listed in an H1 header? Is it listed, cosmetic dentistry in San Diego? That's great. It's listed in the body. There should be an image tagged. That's great. It should be mobile friendly, which you guys have. And I know you're redoing the site, but these are all factors that obviously are pretty standard in on-page optimization of for your SEO. Embedded video, which is great. I know I'm leaving out a couple things here. I'm just going right off the top of my head. Content is another one as well, but we take you through the full checklist. I think you have about 700 words. So you want to be the authoritative voice or the authoritative site on dentistry in San Diego. So I would triple the word content, maybe even quadruple or 5 times. Is that quintuple? That's pent. I'm sorry. Whatever the word is for 5 times. 5 times that the words. Now you can't just add keyword stuffing here. You actually have to add content to what the user is looking for. So obviously information about dentistry in San Diego, how to select a dentist, more about your services, etc. That's going to be good for your on-page optimization. So that's obviously one of the main ranking factors, in addition to the over 200 technical factors, some more important than others, but you just need to be better than your competitors, whoever ranked higher above you. So when I did the quick search, dentists in San Diego getting searched about 1,600 times a month, we obviously want to come up in the map section here. And I noticed that the site, I believe, is on the 3rd page, which obviously can use some improvement. So yeah, number 27 here. So why is that? And again, it's just because your competitors have better on-page and better off-page optimization. They have better ranking factors, basically, that are just more optimized. So let's see here. So the off-page optimization comes back to powerful links. Okay, there's a couple other factors that go into it: social activity, social sharing, click-through rate is an important one. Geo-targeted traffic, so Google will actually track, where the search is coming from a different IP address. So you really can't use automated bots to game the system, because then they'll obviously be marked as spam, and that won't really help your rankings improve. But that's another factor. Get to the top spot, and is this a relevant site? And obviously, in your case, yes, we want people to be clicking through and spending time on the site, and obviously interacting, and that's going to help the ranking factors. But to get it to the top spot is going to take some backlinks. So I just want to show you real quickly what I've done for my tree service guy in Fresno. So the competition is actually similar to as far as what Google is listing it as, is a 0.48. Whoops. So that's 0.48 competition, and so the closer to 1 it is, actually the more competitive it's going to be, at least according to this tool. So I have the number 1 ranked site for maps, and also the number 1 ranked site for the organic search. Same thing for my pool service guy. Actually, I think he got bumped down a little bit. I haven't actually touched this site at all in about a year or so. I think we're still on the first page. Yeah, so this kind of crappy little site here, as you can see, didn't do much to it, haven't done much to it. That still generates about 150 leads a month. And that's really what it comes down to. Rankings are important, but are you ranking for the right words, and are you making money from it? And that's, obviously the ROI has to be there. Fresno Solar Companies ranked a site number 10. I haven't touched that in probably 8 or 10 months. Real estate agent in Chatsworth, California, just north of LA. We are ranked number 8 on the first page. I have a pool resurfacing company that I'm working with. Pretty competitive, 0.89, 70 searches a month. Still working on the maps listings, but number 5 on Google. That's getting probably 30 leads a month or so. Let's see here. What do we have here? And this is a site I've been working on, commercial solar site. I'm trying to rank it nationally, and I actually have about 30 or 40 different first page rankings from a software I'm trying out. So this is Alhambra, California. This is ranking number, what is this on the first page? 1098, number 7 and number 6. And so how do we achieve all these rankings? So the on-page optimization, as we mentioned before, but then the off-page optimization is also very, very important. So basically, let me try to make sense. Let me try to explain it to you and make best sense out of it. Google is looking for when it comes to backlinks, they're looking for links from real sites that get real traffic. They're looking for earned links, so they don't want you to pay necessarily for links. There are paid services out there, but there's a lot of stuff out there, right? And I just know what works. And one of these factors that works is expired domains. I'm going to get back to this in just a second because I want to explain the. Let me get to it right here. Let me pull up my tool. Majestic. So again, what worked maybe 5 years ago was just a bunch of, you could just spam the crap out of sites and you'd rank number 1, just get like 5,000 links. But now Google's algorithm is so complex and so complicated that's a lot, you can't do that anymore basically. So they're looking for those real quality links from real sites. And so I could see that you guys have done some SEO work. So the trust flow is based on the trustedness of the links coming into Safarian DMD.com. And so I can see that you guys, this is a little bit inaccurate here from what I understand, but the referring domain, so you have 300 domains referring back to your site, and that should mean that you guys should be ranked number 1 across the board with that many links. And the trust flow from the sites that you're getting links from, again, should be, if you're getting links from TrustFlow 62, I mean, that's really powerful links. But here's the thing. They're watered down. They're not exclusive, and they don't hold a lot of link juice. So, you have all these supposedly powerful links from, all these different sites here, but how many, there's a concept of outbound links. So if this site, whatever this site is, or folk.com, or homeopathic.com, obviously that's a good link, and you need some of those, but they just don't hold the same power as an exclusive link. So if you just had one link, or if there was, if homeopathic.com was only linking to maybe 20 sites, you get so much more of your share of the pie because of that concept of the outbound links and the link juice. So it becomes more watered down. If this has 1,000 or 10,000 links coming out of it, then it becomes a link farm, and you just don't get as much power or link juice out of it. So you want powerful links, you want exclusive links, you want links from real sites. So you can have a link building service. I've tried out quite a few, and I've got subpar results on a couple different trial sites. And I've tried out press releases. You can get 200 links in, for $100 or something like that. Those are very watered down because they're doing that all day, and it's a paid service, and Google understands that. If it was that easy, just pay $100 and do a press release and get ranked number 1 with 200 links, right? It doesn't work like that. So the other thing is a good strategy is to outreach to different bloggers in dentistry or in health or in what with wellness blogs, but that's a good strategy, but it's not guaranteed. You don't have control over it. So what you do have control over is this concept of expired domains. So this isn't a loophole. This is totally approved by Google if done the right way. So if you log on and you find an expired domain, so let's say, one of them that I found, this is about a year ago or so, was diet-calculators.com. So that site went expired, right? Some blogger was doing some blogging about diet calculators and calorie calculators, etc. And he decided to stop blogging. And so the site went, what happens to that when a site goes expired or a domain goes expired is that it can go up for public auction basically. But there's a lot of different sites that you can purchase, but not all of them have any value. So this was a real good quality site back in the day, and it has a bunch of links pointing back to it, or it had a bunch of links pointing back to it, and that's what accelerates this ranking process, right? So, from a year ago, this is a pretty decently powerful site that I found that was quality, that wasn't spam. It has 47 links pointing back to it, or 47 different domains. Like I said, this number is a little bit skewed. So it has 47 different domains, and its trust flow is 11. So if I sent a link, to so from this blogger here, if we wrote an article about, what is this site about diet calculators, and you're not hungry, you're thirsty is an article, and best foods for weight loss, about probiotics, calculate weight loss, etc., whatever. So if we said, if we did an article about dental, best nutrition for dental habits, and we gave you a link back to your site, that's going to carry a lot of weight because this site only has maybe 15 or 20 outbound links. So it's not a link farm, it's a real blog. And I found it by, again, getting that expired domain. And that's the first process, is looking for the domains, and there's a couple different tools that you can use, and then trying to qualify those domains. So a lot of these are just going to be spam. So we have to find these links, these domains that have gone expired, and we have to, like I did for this site, make sure that, and this is where all the manual work comes in, that this has a decent link profile, and you would also enter it back into the web archive to make sure that it hadn't been spammed in the past. And so that takes obviously some time to make sure that, so like I said, I bought this site back then, and it's been expired since here. So we would look back, if we can, if it's possible, to see what that site was all about, if it was an okay site, if it was spammed or not. Got company. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. So nothing's showing here. So to qualify this domain, to make sure that it was powerful enough and quality enough, again, that there's no spam, that this domain about health and diet calculators just went expired, but all the links that are pointing back to dietcalculators.com, they're just kind of sitting there in in cyberspace. So when you go back and you have to basically recreate this site with new content. Okay, so this is taking a little while. I don't know why, but let's take a look at it from March 2012. Okay, well, I'm not going to spend any more time on this. Basically, it was a good site. It's a powerful site. Not super powerful, but the links that are coming from it has enough link juice that if you got 20 of these links or 30 of these links, it's going to propel you up to the first page of Google. And I say that because of all these different results that I've had, and that's exactly what Google wants. So that's basically the process. So we find these expired domains, we qualify them, and we make sure that there's no spam. We make sure that they're powerful enough to not waste your time, that just 15, 20, 30, maybe you need 40 different links for something as competitive as Dentist in San Diego. We look back and we see what is the link profile, can we get a good link from this site? And then we have to go back and we have to rebuild this entire site. So we have to write about 5 to 15 articles, custom written. You can't, again, you don't want to spam this site with you know, any kind of spam articles or anything. You know, this has to be unique content. So all this is what needs to happen. I mean, how many words do we have on this front page alone? So there's, you know, there's 10 articles or so of about 300 words each. You can see there's embedded images. You can see there's outbound links. So this is, again, a high quality site that when you link it back to Safarian DMD, that is going to hold a lot of weight and send the signals to the algorithm and to the crawl, you know, to the spiders and all that stuff, that this is a really trusted site. It's coming from a trusted site because it has all the links pointing back to it, and one link from this site will boost you up maybe a couple spots. And you know, I know 10 links, 20, 30, 40 links from these types of sites will be very, very, very effective in increasing your ranking. So, you know, if you go in, again, these 20 sites, you're thinking, well, would Google disapprove of it? Well, yes, they would if you're not very smart about it. Okay, so one of the things that you have to do is you have to go in when you register the domain. So let's say, you know, we just picked up, you know, that's probably a spam domain, cheap3pills.com. How many times? It has 50,000 links pointing back to it. So if we picked up, let's say, you know, again, this is a very time-consuming process to find the right expired domains with the right metrics that we want. But let's say it is diet calculators, and we got you know, dentistblog.com or whatever. You have to go in, you have to register those with 10 or 15 different registrars, and then you have to host them at different places as well. You have to change the themes on those as well to give you the most natural looking link profile. So if you just, you know, register, if you're lazy at it, yeah, these sites won't, they'll be considered like a private blog network, which Google does not allow. So that's not what this is. This is something that's completely approved if done the right way. So this gives you total and complete control over the link strategy. And I just want to show you one more thing. Oops, that's not it. That's my login. So in addition to the improved rankings, you know, like I said, it's all about the Benjamins, right? Whoops. If you're not familiar, I think that's a Puff Daddy song from back in the day. Yeah, that's Puff Daddy. So it's all about the lead. It's all about the money, right? And my pool service guy, you know, these are additional leads, what he's getting from all his other advertising. We have a unique call tracking number. My tree service guy, you know, 150, however many leads a month, wherever he is here. Fresno, tree service leads, etc. You know, my window tinting guy is getting the same thing. Obviously, it's a little bit cheaper. But, yeah, I mean, we have 10 calls, 5 calls, 4 calls for quotes, 4 calls, 6 and 3 is 9 plus email leads. So, again, these are additional leads. When you get ranked on the first page of Google, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get more leads, obviously, than what you're paying for AdWords. And so it's not cheap, you know, but it's also not invaluable. So there's a lot of things that you can do for links. I mean, you can go on Fiverr and you get 50 links for $10. I mean, that's great. I have no idea what that's going to do for you. Probably penalize the site. And here's 60 links for $5. Man, if it was that easy, I just quit my damn job. So again, getting back to the two main factors, the on-page optimization and the off-page, and taking control of the link strategy by building up these powerful domains and dropping a link out to your site after everything's done properly will give the algorithm, give the Google crawlers exactly what they want, a perfect anchor text optimized strategy, a perfect link strategy coming from natural sites, very diversified link profile. Again, doing in a couple months what might take weeks and weeks and maybe a year or so of continual outreach, and even then, so it's not guaranteed that people will link back to your site, right? There's no way that you can know if you're going to get really quality links or not. So this is the fastest way to get quality links. This is the fastest way to get powerful links, and this is the fastest way to improve your rankings for profitable, difficult to rank keywords. So that's what's going to take, that's what's going to take an additional fee of of finding these domains, of qualifying the domains and making sure the metrics are right, of looking back and seeing if the domains were spammed or not. We register the domains, we change the name servers on the domains, we set up the domains, we install WordPress on the domains, we write unique content for all the domains, we interlink all the domains, we add images to all the domains, we make sure that they're registered on different IP addresses and different registrars and different hosting accounts. We make sure that the anchor text is different, and we make sure that we don't do it too fast. So that's what's going to take all of the time. That's what's going to be so valuable to making sure that you guys are going to be ranking higher in Google. So love to talk more about that. If you have any questions, let me know. But this is what I know works 100% of the time for certain. It's approved by Google if you do it the right way, and it's the fastest way to make it rain. Again, Dave Fatula, and you have my contact information. Looking forward to meeting with you on Monday.